Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome to Fenton Forest by Stevie. And Seasons is activated. This will not really be a Let's Play. This is more of, I guess, a tutorial series. I'm going to try to do it for like beginners and experienced seasoned veterans, I guess. Because there's a lot of new things that came into Seasons 19. So we're going to take a look at those. And if you're experienced in Seasons, pardon me for kind of going over some of the stuff that's been here before, because there's a lot of new players to Farming Simulator, maybe never played with Seasons or wanted to and don't really know what's going on. So I'm going to try to cover mostly, I'm not going to say everything because, well, I mean, there's a lot going on in Seasons 19 that I don't know yet, so we're going to learn together on the new stuff. But some of the old stuff, obviously, I played quite a bit on the Pacific Northwest and FS 17. You can check out that playlist there on my channel, and you can probably see how Seasons ran in 17 to give you a good feel on it. But a lot of things have changed in 19 as well, so let's get right down to it. Like I said, here we're on Fenton Forest by Stevie. I'm not quite sure. I know if this map is Seasons ready. So I think the major problem would be snow falling through sheds or piling up in areas or through roofs or something like that. So we'll just have to go with it. But I just chose this map because I use a lot of Stevie's mods, and I downloaded his map a while ago, and this should be the updated version. I think it's 1.4 that we're on. So I am on new farmer mode just because I think it said that on any mode you can't really sell stuff from the main farm. So I was like, well, it's not really a Let's Play, and then I got to place everything down. I'll just go with it the way it is. Because we're here to learn. It's not going to be really me showing you how to harvest things or anything like that. I'm not going to be taking like tractors out and have you watch me plow a field for 10 minutes. We're pretty much just going to go over how things in the Seasons work. Just trying to get a decent view here. I haven't really toured the map too much yet. Just walked around. You can see we also got in the upper right hand corner. I do have $9.2 million. Obviously, I just gave myself a whole bunch of cash because I want to buy certain fields to go over. Not many fields because, like I said, I'm not here to really make money and do some things. But I am going to need some crops for some animals that we will be getting later on. But the first episode is pretty much just going over basic stuff and some new stuff. I don't think there's going to be any farming in today's episode because with Seasons, yeah, you just can't load up a map and go. They do recommend, though, if you're going to start Seasons on a current save game that you have, and this is true in 17, make sure all your fields are harvested and don't plant nothing before you activate Seasons. When you activate Seasons, you're going to start day one of spring, and, well, if you had all your crops planted and they're almost ready for harvest and you start Seasons and load back into the game, you're not going to have any crops unless they. I was reading some of the tutorial on Seasons for 19, and they're not really clear on that. So if anyone actually does know if they changed that, but in 17, I know for sure because I did that on two different maps. I just started Seasons, and all the fields that were ready for harvest or were ready, getting ready for harvest. You load in the game, and the fields kind of look like like this. Dead crops or withered crops. All right, so in the upper right-hand corner, obviously you can see, well, it's a cloudy day. And the next section you see here, we got two temperatures. The top one is your air temperature, and the bottom one is your ground temperature. That is crucial for seeding, well, whatever you plan on seeding. The next symbol is, I guess that's like a flower, whatever. But that just means we're in spring. We're in early spring. I think I got it on 6-day seasons right now. They actually recommend 9-day seasons, but I always played with 6-day seasons. Then, of course, we got our usual clock and, of course, our money. Money. For settings, all helper stuff is turned off. I got dirt turned on fast. Now, without seasons, the repair and the dirt timer are the same. So if you had dirt on fast, your repair meter on your gauge for each vehicle would also go down fast. It means it would need to be repaired faster. In seasons, it's based on the machine running for 20 hours. So I would assume if I put dirt on fast, it's not going to affect the. Hop. Can I hop into this truck, please? Yeah. So you can see the meter on the bottom right hand corner. That shouldn't drop as fast when it's on fast, if that makes any sense. It's going to base it off the engine hours. So right now it's on 0 hours. So when the truck hits 20 hours, that's when it needs to be repaired. In 17, it says it used to be, I think, 15 hours and or so many days. And it doesn't tell me in the HUD in the upper left-hand corner either. So I think it's just done by the repair meter. Also, if we hop into... Stevie has a lot of starting equipment on this map, which is good. Where is the pickup truck? The one thing I was looking forward to, so I wanted to check it out. So I brought the pickup truck into the workshop area. So in seasons, when you come to workshop, you have a repair button and a repaint button. Thank you, Seasons. Thank you, Realism Modding, for that. Yeah, so you can repair your vehicle, and all the scratches and worn paint will stay on it. If you want to repaint it, then you can repaint it. So there is that as well. What else can I go over right away here? It's pretty quick. Also, you'll notice, if I can find the right... What page is that on? Oh, right here. So usually you would see withering on or off. You cannot turn withering on or off because of seasons, so withering is going to be on no matter what you... whatever you like to have it on. Animals, I don't have animals there yet. This is all the usual stuff. So in the upper left-hand corner, you can see left Alt S to open up the seasons menu. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is where seasons, if you're new to it, is you're looking at this and going, what the heck is this? This is the map, well, not the map, but the graph that you need to go by to find out when you can plant your wheat, barley, so on and so forth. Now, this can change with the geo mods that are going to be coming out. I do believe that this geo mod is for the UK. So what you see here is plant times and harvest times for the UK for the certain temperatures. I can't remember all the geo mods that should be coming out. Well, as you see this, you're going to see this on a Sunday, so who knows? Maybe some are coming out already. But there'll be some for different locations around the world. I know they're doing the Midwest of the USA. I know they're doing, I believe, Germany, the UK. I think they're doing one for the Canada and one for Australia. I think those are the ones I do know about, but I could be wrong. So like right now, see, the coldest temperature we can start planting some crops is, as you can see, 41 degrees, or you can plant grass at 37. Now, quickly, you can just look in here. You can see all these ones that are blue. The numbers are in blue, and I'm running Fahrenheit. They're in blue because right now the ground temperature, this is for the ground temperature, by the way. The ground temperature is too cold. That's why they're in blue. Grass, 37 is in white, so the ground temperature must be above 37 degrees. And the ground temperature, you saw, like I said, in the upper right-hand corner, that's the bottom temperature. The ground temperature is 39 degrees, so it's warm enough to plant grass. And like I said, wheat, that's the wrong page. Wheat and everything else cannot plant yet. The green bars is when the time of the season that you normally can plant. And the yellow bar is usually the harvest time. We'll get more into that later on as well. But as you can see right here, cotton, there is no bar for cotton because I guess in the UK, I guess cotton is not a thing. So they did not, Realism Modding did not put cotton as a plantable, so I'm not sure. And same thing with sugarcane. I don't know. My guess is the ground temperature will never get above 64 degrees, so you'll never be able to plant cotton. And 54 degrees, my guess is ground temperature is never going to get above 54 degrees either. Interesting. yeah, so that was kind of new to me when I saw that. So the next page is the weather. You get your weather forecast for every 3 hours of that day and a little bit into the next day. For the next 24 hours, you get a weather pattern for every 3, if that makes sense what I'm saying there. And then you get your extended forecast. Forecast uncertainty increases with time. It says so right here. That's why I got my mouse cursor going over it. So I can look at Friday and say, oh, Friday's going to rain, so I got to, prepare myself for my farm. When Friday comes, what do I want to do? Well, Friday could come. I mean, we're here on a Monday. When Friday gets here, or actually I should say when Thursday gets here, I could check the forecast for Friday, and this could change to sunny. You got your maximum temperatures, your average temperature for the day, and the minimum temperature. And that's going to be crucial as well because for Fahrenheit, 32 degrees is freezing, which means frost, and we'll get into that in a while. So precipitation, as you can see, no precipitation all the way until at least Friday. And we're supposed to get like 4, I guess, is it millimeters of rain? Chance of precipitation, only 40% on Thursday, 70% on Friday. Wind speeds is going to be very crucial. This is crucial for, so like when it rains, say it's a harvest season and it rains on this day here. If it's low wind speed, the crops are going to take longer to dry before you can harvest. If the wind speed is higher, the crops will become ready to harvest. The crops will dry faster and ready for harvest faster. So that is kind of crucial. Drying potential, this is all crucial for making hay, as you can see. So drying potential, when you see zeros, that means it's kind of, it's no benefit or negative benefit. When you see the minuses, it means it's not going to dry as well. So obviously the minuses for these times of day, seeing that it's getting late evening in the evening hours, well, the sun's not out. So, well, maybe not that's it because it gives me a positive for midnight. And the wind speeds die down. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this drying potential myself. We're going to learn more about making hay later on in this tutorial series, trying to figure out how to do it. But from what I saw on other videos from people that were testing it, negative just means it's going to take longer to dry, and of course positive means it'll dry faster. So this one is crop info. Obviously, that's what it says right here, huh? Crop info. So here is your frost resistance. So your crops, when they're growing, if I were to plant wheat down when the ground temperature gets above 41, if the ground temperature is above 41, that's fine. I can plant the seed and I should have no problem. But if the air temperature drops below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, I could lose some of my crop because the frost resistance for seeds is medium. Now, if the crop has grown and hit the first growth stage, if we get a frost, there's a high chance that it'll be fine. So the potential for frost damage increase as the air temperature falls below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Potential for drought damage increases when the soil water content is below 12%. Use the measurement tool to monitor the soil water content. I have not gotten into figuring out if the soil gets low, I'm pretty sure someone's going to come out with, if it's not, I haven't found it yet, to where we can water our fields. So we'll have to see about that. So also, if your wheat is mature and you hit a frost, none means, well, they're going to wither. So coming back to this bar, when your wheat is ready for harvest, you can't say, well, I got all the way through winter where I can harvest the second day of winter because I'm on 6 days. Just because this bar says you can harvest to the second day of winter, if we get a frost overnight on the third day of fall, your crops will die right here. So this means, this is just a general guide. You really need to keep track of the minimum air temperature. So like I said right here, like tonight around midnight, it's going to get down to 32. It's going to drop below freezing. There's a frost right there. So definitely I wouldn't want to plant anything the first day of seasons or your first day of spring. But you're going to have plenty to do anyways. So you can see all your crops right here. And you keep on going down, like poplar. There's your poplar seeds, low chance. that they survive on a frost, a medium chance when it starts to grow, and of course none. Grass seems to do pretty well with frost. Oilseed radish seems to be the most beefiest. And over here, you got your drought resistance. So over here, like I said, when the soil content gets below 12% moisture, yeah, you got some crops over here. I would think most don't do well. Actually, cotton does pretty good, but I can't plant cotton on this geo. So we have that. Let's skip on over to the economy. Now, the economy does, as we always know, changes in regular Farming Simulator. But at least in seasons, we get a bar graph of roughly when through history of your save game. But since this is my first day, it's kind of interesting that they're giving me a graph like this. But they're giving me a general idea. So like wheat, looks like the highest price is usually the beginning of winter. And the best price is usually right around 718. Right now, I think it's on normal economy. I think. I didn't really check on that. But so say you're harvesting sunflowers and it's like, when's the best price? Well, if you're harvesting in the fall, I don't think I want to harvest in the fall. You may want to put them in your silo and wait until like late winter or early spring, somewhere around there. But as you play your first season, these will change. The game and seasons will get a general idea of the pricing on your map and how you're playing through. And this will change every year. It'll give you a general idea roughly when the best price to sell is. I'm interested on cotton. Yeah, it's pretty equal there. This one here is a new one for 19, Crop Rotation Planner. I don't think I want to get into that just yet because that can be a little tricky. Not tricky, but it could be fun to play with because I need to get to a field to kind of show you before I get to crop rotation. And the last one is your settings. I'm on Fahrenheit. Season introduction is on. So every time I go from spring to summer, and when summer comes, I'll get a little prompt coming up. It's summer. It's a good idea to probably do this on your farm. And then when autumn comes, same thing. It's supposed to say, welcome to autumn. Usually in autumn, you should be harvesting your crops and do whatever. And then when winter comes, it'll say, welcome to winter. This is a good time to maintain your vehicles, take care of your animals, so on and so forth. Right now, I got 6-day seasons on. That's something I'm used to. Crop moisture, you can turn that off. Oh, wait a minute. Crop moisture, what does that say? Okay, I got to turn it back on, is it? All right, okay. Snowfall. Snow will fall in cold winters and block roads. So you can have snow mode on. You can have it off to where it doesn't, I think it won't snow at all. Or you can have when it snows, you only get one layer of snow. I want it on. So, I mean, if you get snow for 6 days in a row, you're going to have lots of snow to get rid of. But there's a mod to help take care of the snow. So snow tracks on or off. Snow tracks are always fun to have on. There we go. Now it's showing up. Crop moisture. Disallow threshing when crops have excessive moisture of 20%. So if the crops are 20%, more than 20% wet, I guess you cannot harvest them, which is what you want. You know, season's trying to make it more realistic than ever. But that was the thing before in 17. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to the map here. I've only been on the map for like 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not really here even to really kind of like drive around and show you Fenton Forest, but you'll see it as we go around anyways. So right here, I think this is the cow, or no, this is sheep. This is sheep. Let's go over here and we'll dive into the animals, but not right away. So you can come in here for the sheep and you're going to be looking at prices and like, wait a minute, the prices are everywhere. Yeah, so when you come in here, there's different kinds of sheep, and you can see F is for female, M is for male, no males for sale. But each breed of sheep are different. So this one here, the Dorset sheep, a large breed of sheep that grows moderately fast, has modest wool production, and requires a medium amount of feed as an adult. Is relatively prolific and good for 25 to 40 kilograms or 50, 85 pound lambs. All right. So this one here is a medium breed that is used for wool production. It grows slowly, is not very prolific, but doesn't require a lot of feed as an adult. So you can already see the different kinds of sheep require a different amount of feed. And different breeds are going to make more wool, less wool. Let's see, this one is extremely fast, produces a modest amount of wool, requires a lot of feed as an adult, is prolific and slow maturing. And this one does breed, is what they're saying. I think what it means, it says good for lambs. That means they breed. This one here, you can see it does not show anything about lambs. So this one will not reproduce. This one, so the Dorset and the Suffolk will produce lambs. Dorper produces lambs. Very prolific and fast maturing, requires little feed as an adult. All right, grows fast. You can expect the same thing for cows and chickens. This looks like a pig pen. Wait, is that going to be over here? Yeah, so same thing, 4 different breeds of pigs. So there we go. We got a male pig right here, and another male pig right there. So the Yorkshire is a mother breeder. This breed of pig is very fast growing animal, but requires a high amount of capital for the initial purchase. My guess is it means it eats a lot. Slower growing animal, but is much cheaper to purchase. Initially very hardy and great for the starting farmer. You can also see how old the animal is and how heavy they are. I just realized this one is 20 pounds. This guy right here is 347. He's going to eat a lot, man. He's going to eat a lot. The spotted, known for their carcass quality. The spotting grows relatively fast and it can be purchased for a modest amount. The males are, you notice the males are expensive and the females are a little bit cheaper. A fast-growing animal that requires a modest amount of capital to purchase is known for their flavorful meat. Chickens, same thing. We'll come over here and just take a quick look. I'm not going to read them all at this point. Wait, where am I? Oh, right here. Wrong box, Peanut. There you go. I do like this. $1. $1. Fast turn on profit. It requires a lot to feed. So this one here, this chicken here, the Cornish, the male Cornish, it's only for meat only. It doesn't say anything about laying any eggs. The Leghorn, yeah. This is a bird of choice. If eggs are the top of your priorities, this breed requires less feed than any other breeds. The Rhode Island chicken, he is a hybrid animal, or chicken I should say, both eggs and meat, and requires an amount of feed in between that of its laying and meat counterparts. And of course you got the rooster, who will help you in the breeding process. You do not need a rooster to produce eggs. So these, like the Leghorn, will produce eggs. You don't need a rooster to produce eggs like in regular farming simulator. But if you want to get chicks growing in your pen, so multiplying and adding more chicks to your pen, this guy right here. And from what I remember reading, 1 rooster for every 8 female chickens will help you breed. Also the horses. I'm going to go here. We'll talk about the horses while we're here. And probably get close to maybe wrapping up the episode. I'm not going to go over the crop rotation and the fields just yet. Where do I need to be? Can I buy horses from a horse paddock? Bueller? Where's the gate? I should be able to. The gate's right here. Hey, horses are free. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what? So basically, if you've been watching my Pacific Northwest series, to where I'm running a quote-unquote stable and I get paid by the owners of the horses, that's pretty much what you're doing here. You're not buying the horses, you're putting them in. As long as you feed them and clean them, and do you have to ride them? I don't know. Hold on a second. If I go to I need to read on this. We need to scroll down. Also, if you want to read more in seasons, if you go to the help menu and you scroll all the way down, did I go past seasons? Here we go. Animal info. Horses can be bought to a livery stable at the farm. You can care for horses by feeding, riding, and cleaning them. Each day you get paid by the owner of the horses an amount depending on the care given. Not every horse is easy as to care for. So they're not actually giving you a total what you get paid, but as we saw, you get kind of a description of ability to both ride and drive, and today are used for show, jumping, and so yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't think you can sell the horses, but there is some word in here about breeding. Did I not see something about breeding here? Oh, bred. Oh, they're bred for, okay, it doesn't mean that we can breed them. So it'll be interesting to see how horses work. Are they all males? Well, if they're all males, you're not going to get no no colts running around. No, I don't want no horses because if I put animals in here, I have no feed for the animals. The animals will die. Also, I should show you in the help menu for, am I still on animals? Animal intro. This was kind of, if you're used to not feeding your animals often, you may want to slow down for animals and seasons. Like it says, food and water consumption of an animal is based on their age and weight and on the temperature. When it's warm in the summer, an animal requires less straw but more water. In the winter, when it freezes, it requires more straw but less water. The maximum feeding capacity is reduced to 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. This means you need to feed your animals basically every day. Animals die when not fed or given water. So, usually in regular, I hate to keep saying regular farming simulator, just to say sheep, for instance, because sheep are easy. Say you just give them hay or grass and you don't give them water. Well, they're still going to reproduce and be fine. In seasons, if you just give them hay or grass and give them no water, sheep are going to die. If you just give them water and no hay or grass, sheep are going to die. That goes true with all your animals. All of your animals. Now, when it comes to like horses, I don't know if you just give like the horses hay and give them water without oats. I think they should be fine. But I don't know. We will find out in the near future. Let's see. What else can I go over for early starters here? Obviously, for seasons, there are no leaves on the trees on the first day of spring. And yeah, that pretty much, we've gone over some of the basic stuff to start with. We've gone over the HUD display. The animals, like I said, are going to be very different. The cows as well are going to be very different. As the cows get older, they start producing less milk. And let's see, we should go over the cows, because if I don't, someone's going to say, you didn't go over the cows, and explain that. And I'm sure I'm not explaining everything. I'll find the door. I've gone around the whole building and finally got to it. So here you go. Here are your moo cows. They are cheaper, which is always good. Looks like they range basically $1,000 to about $1,500, somewhere in there. Of course, I see males and females in here, and of course each one, like this. I almost said horse. It says this cow is an expensive but feed efficient animal, meaning it will grow very quickly and give a great price at market. So right here, this horse here, see, I just did it. There's that horse here. Here we go. Welcome to my channel. This cow here produces no milk. Well, obviously it's a male, so why should it? Yep, welcome to my channel. Okay. Okay, so both two well-worthy trade-offs for lower milk production. Okay, so this looks like this cow here is good for beef, basically. The Holstein, this cow I know is going to be a good milk maker. This breed requires a lot of feed and is expensive to buy up front, but produces the most milk. You know, I know, because where I live, this is mostly what we have, and we got milk up the yin-yang. So obviously the Brahman cows, they're males. They're going to be good for beef, and beef. Now, I don't know, as days change, do we get like different options here? I'm trying to see how the breeding works in here. I mean, so I would like to buy some animals to try it out, but I have no food to give them to see if there's a reproduction rate on them or not. But in due time, like I said, probably before next episode, I'll get some things get going. I'll probably skip a couple days here of spring because we need to warm up the ground. Stupidly enough, I bought some fields. I'm like, oh, there's a grass field here. So there's always already a grass field here. I don't want to get too much in the crops in this episode because I can't, it's not like I can plant and show you things. But I will let you know that there are 3 stages of fertilization on here. You can turn lime and periodic plowing off. You cannot change the states of fertilization, and you can turn weeds off. So, but we'll get that in a future episode. I don't know how many episodes we're going to have on seasons. And I don't know how fast I can put these out because, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you're seeing this episode today instead of Hawke's Bay. So, but I wanted to look into seasons myself. I've been, seasons been out for a couple days, and I'm like, I need to dig into it. So, when a map comes out that I want to play seasons on, we can get going, and at least I have some knowledge of what I'm actually doing instead of just fumbling around a little bit like I am today. Especially when we go to make hay, that's going to be a little tricky. It's not just cut the grass, ted it, and it's hay. It's pretty much, it needs to dry first. So, yeah, in the meantime, I'll get to look around Fenton Forest just a little bit more. Man, we got a lot of starting equipment on here, so it looks like I might be good to go on that front. But that's going to do it for this first episode of Seasons Tutorial. Hopefully some of the information I gave you is helpful. Hopefully I didn't make you more confused. If you have questions, just leave a comment below, and if it's something I didn't go over on the animals or the HUD display, or if you need to know more about how to plant, like I said, we're going to get into crops and planting and look at the temperatures more later on. But yeah, any questions, just leave them below, and I'll give you back an answer as best as I can. And we will learn together as we go along. But like I said, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Fenton Forest for a Seasons tutorial. But until then, have a good one.